Hi there, Rabbi. Today we have an interesting subject, and it is the long-awaited review of the first 3 days of the Trump presidency and his plan for the Middle East and Gaza. And it comes basically down to, they should move. What do you think of that suggestion?
That's not the first time that that idea has been suggested. At the first Zionist convention, the British offered up Uganda and said, we'll give Uganda, we'll make that the Jewish homeland. And at the convention, it was debated and discussed. It was pretty close, the vote. However, it was decided that a Jewish homeland should be Israel, which was the land of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Moses. And the idea was not to move the people to Uganda or anywhere else in the known universe. Moving the people wouldn't solve anything because there was a link between the people and the land.
So you don't think the Palestinians would accept a similar suggestion?
Not only won't they accept it, I don't think the surrounding Arab countries will accept it, and it doesn't solve anything. And I think at the convention, when they were debating the Uganda plan, they realized that it wasn't just about geography or being in a place. It had to do with several other things, several other matters, ideologies, beliefs, dogmas. It wasn't quite so simple as, and go ahead, say to the Kurds, it's okay, we're not going to give you Kurdistan, but we found Baja California a great place. We're going to take all the Kurds and move them to Baja California. They're going to look at you, huh? And what about the Basques? Oh no, you're not going to get that part of the northern part of Spain. We're going to move you to Baja California. There's a national movement, there's a tie to the land. So moving people and dispersing them isn't going to solve the idea of the feeling of being tied to a particular land.
Defending the graves of your fathers and so
In a
forth.
sense, if you like, you could say that.
So, what is your objective and brilliant alternative suggestion towards moving everybody out?
I have been watching and reading now that Trump has proposed this mass deportation of people. And as we strip away what's going on, and as I think about my own words, in the past, I said we need Israel and a Palestine that recognizes the right for Israel to exist and not want to destroy it. And otherwise, we're not going to have anything. So I began to distill that, and I've done some more reading. And what I've discovered is that there are two ideologies, two dogmas, two rubrics, two set of beliefs that are so strong that unless we can separate them, we're never going to have peace. Now, the Palestinian movement is the same as what the Basques want, the Kurds want, what people throughout the former Soviet Union, those little countries, it's whatever, they want a country, they want to raise their children, they want to have cows, ducks, and chickens, they want to have work and family, just like we do here in America. So that's the first ideology, if you like, the first dogma. We just want to be left alone. We want to have a place. Okay? Now the B, destroy Israel. Written into the Hamas charter is destroy Israel. Written into the Hezbollah charter, destroy Israel. And you can read them online. That's where I went. Their charters are posted. It's written in their dogma. It's written in their documents to destroy Israel. And then Iran, destroy Israel. And that's the second ideology, dogma, and the two are intertwined. And I'm beginning to see that that's the problem. And people keep gravitating towards the first one, oh, a homeland, the Palestinian people should be left alone and left at peace and don't kill them. We keep gravitating towards that one. That's correct. We're not gravitating towards the second. And the Saudi Arabia, the Emirates, Arab countries that aren't professing destroying Israel, take that whole group of Arab countries that don't have in their charter or constitution to kill Jews and destroy Israel, take those countries. They need to step in and say, we have to separate the two. They're intertwined, and until the two dogmas, ideologies, beliefs, practices, whatever word you want to use, until the two are separated, we're not going to get anywhere. The Arab anti-Israel ideology, this claiming to destroy Israel, writing into your charter, actually violates the language of the Quran. The Quran, the Bible, the Torah explicitly gives the land of Israel to the Jewish people. Here, let's look at Surah Al-Ma'idah, Ayat 20, which in our terminology would be chapter 5 of the Quran, verse 20. Okay? And there are many translations, and you certainly couldn't look up 5:20 through 21. It's right there. This is the Quran. Remember when Moses said to his people, my people, remember Allah's favor upon you when he raised prophets amongst you and anointed you rulers and granted to you what he had not granted to anyone else in the world. My people, enter the Holy Land, which Allah has ordained for you, and do not turn back, for then you will turn out as losers. So there is within the teachings of Muhammad a way to separate this ideology of destroying Israel. Just turn back to the Quran, turn back to Surah 20.
Well, I know when my mother wanted to keep me from killing my brother or vice versa, she would separate us. If we take President Trump's suggestion of moving the Palestinians to a better location, won't that distance solve the problem?
No, because the Palestinian people should be on the West Bank. They should be an ancestral homeland. And the second ideology to destroy the state of Israel is still there. So wherever you move the people, you still have this written into the Hamas constitution, the Hezbollah constitution. Iran is promoting destroy Israel. So doesn't matter where the people are. So that it's not going to work until we separate the two ideologies, the two dogmas, the legitimacy, the right to have a country, a homeland, to be safe, and pull out. And that's why I offered that quote from the Quran. The Quran itself is saying it's okay to have a state of Israel.
Well, I think you're coming dangerously close to saying, can't we all just get along? But I admit that what you're saying makes more sense than my plan, which is to move everybody to the other side of the world, one or the other. So, what final words of advice can you give us? Because I'm sure the current administration is waiting with bated breath to hear your advice.
I offer one final verse from the Quran, Surah Al-Isra. It's 17, chapter 17, verse 104. Okay. And thereafter, we said to the children of Israel, now dwell in the land. But when the promised time of the hereafter comes, we shall bring you all together as a mixed crowd. What could be a better comment from Allah through Muhammad to say, we said to the children of Israel, dwell in the land. And at the end of time, we're all going to be together in God's kingdom.